You okay?
I'm a professional. Okay.
That's okay. That's okay. That's what makes the show right there.
I'm so
Okay.
sorry. Hi,
No.
Lisa.
Hello, Helen. How are you?
Good now. Oh my gosh. Sorry about that.
That's
Okay.
okay. Okay. Let's
Ah,
see.
let's talk
How's
about sex, baby. Let's
I
talk
know
about you and me.
it's
No,
been
go
two
ahead.
weeks. It's been 2 weeks since our last
I
show.
know.
It
Have,
went so
have,
fast.
have you had sex? No, I'm sorry.
Yeah.
Well, aren't you the lucky girl? Because for me, it's a fond memory there, girlfriend. I'm like, I'll live through you. Don't tell me all that.
Uh,
No, I'm only kidding. Don't tell me all that.
no.
No.
Okay. Oh my
I'm
God, I'm probably
sorry.
blushing.
Sorry. I'm sorry. Really. You can
No.
pass me notes and let me know what's
I can private text, private chat.
Oh my gosh. Sorry about that. What's the scenario, girlfriend? Like, wait, what are you drinking? Are you drinking anything good? What are you
I
drinking?
really am.
What are you drinking?
So this is it's like pretty much watered down now, but it's orange juice, it's rum, and
Oh,
it's like a Malibu rum. Hi Susan.
hi, Susan. Hi, Karen.
Oh,
Well,
Karen's there too. That popped up.
yes, absolutely. Okay.
Okay.
Here's a dumb
So
question
yeah,
before you get to the scenario.
yeah.
Did you ever need liquor to loosen you up when you messed around?
No.
I have on occasion.
Did you need to
So,
drink them pretty?
I'm not going to tell you. Treat them pretty. Oh my God.
That's
Okay.
terrible. I'm so
You,
sorry.
you know what? Here's the thing. We were going to discuss this very maturely.
Okay.
And okay, all right,
We're
we're going to be
adults.
mature now. Okay, we're adults.
We're
What's the
adults.
what's the scenario, girl? What's the scenario?
So, ladies, today's scenario is I'm still thinking about what I just said to you. I'm so sorry. I'm sorry.
Okay, all right.
Um, so there's this couple. They've been together for years. Their passion is a little bit fizzled. Okay. So they're deciding to try something new to reignite the flame, but are hesitant as fear of judgment. They're worried about what each other's going to think of each other, how they're going to feel. What would you do? How would you navigate that with your partner?
That's a really good question. And I think to rekindle the romance, now our producer's on. Hi, Jace.
Hi, Jace.
Uh, um, to rekindle the romance, uh, first I'd want to figure out why it's dwindled. Is it work? Is it kids? Is it any kind of anger or resentment? But once I
Mhm.
got that out of the way, I would probably try to have a date night. I think that's
Mhm.
really important in any kind of romantic relationship. Do you and Danny have date nights?
We used to.
Okay, all right. Not anymore.
Just get out of the house, get away, no work.
Mm-hmm.
However, work. I think 99% of the time, most couples, especially if they work together, like we work together, I
Yeah.
think work gets in the way. Work because
Mm-hmm.
constantly have, especially, and if you're a business owner, because you
Mm-hmm.
can't just leave work at the office. It's somebody else's business, and then you come
Right.
home and you can have
Mm-hmm.
that fire.
Mm-hmm.
When you own a business, it's business, business, business. So I feel that most people have a problem relaxing, and I think that's why the fire is not lit.
Well, that's interesting because Jace, our producer, he was. We always ask him, "Are you going to be here tonight? Are you going to chime in?" But he makes it very clear with his boundaries that this is his only night off,
Mhm.
and he puts this out where he can. He's amazing, by the way, if you need a producer. But he said, "This is my date night with Stephanie," which I think is pretty cool because he really makes the effort. And I think after a while, and this could be a dumb question or a dumb statement, but when you've been married for a really long time, does the lust sometimes just go down? Does it just because you're in the proximity of each other all the time? Do you get tired? Do you just get, hey, I love you, but I'd love to, have a good time with you, but damn, I'm going to bed. I'm just shot. So sometimes I think that wanes, and I do think it takes more of an effort when you've been married for a long time to keep it
Yeah,
going.
I believe that too. I
Yeah.
believe, and it's really important, and I'm guilty of it. You you have to make that effort like Jace does. Like that's his one night with Stephanie, and that's what
Hmm.
they're gonna just disengage and they're gonna spend time together. I think if you don't do that, then it just snowballs and then you end up exhausted because you're just so tired.
Well, here's another question. Um, Now, say you've been married for a long time, or even a short period of time, and the sex has kind of dwindled and stuff like that. Could it be, which is this will annoy me to no end, maybe somebody's gained weight,
Mm,
and they don't find them that attractive anymore because um, what did my mother once say? It was funny. She said something because I said, "Oh, I'm worried I've gained some weight." She said, "Oh, Helen, all cats are gray in the dark." That's what she And I said, way to go, mom. But, oh, what is Jay saying? What is he saying? Jace is saying, there we are. I mean, it takes effort, yes, but I set the boundaries early, and Mondays are zero work day. It's only one day with my wife. Yes, that's what we love about you, Jace, is that you did set up the boundary. And, thanks for being here tonight. I appreciate that. I really do. And I know Lisa does too. But what about when somebody
uh,
gains weight? Is that a turn off? Because for some people, I don't know if anybody's seen the Barbie movie, but
no.
Barbie is okay. You got to see this movie. First of all,
Do I have to?
I'm not a paid sponsor, but yeah, actually, it was really good. It was very clever. I thought it was a little weird, but in the end, America Ferrara just says this major rant, but it's not even a rant. It's just a little speech about how hard it is to be a woman. That you want to be thin, but you can't be too thin. You want to be nice, but you can't be too nice, because then you end up being a threat. But that's a whole nother subject to talk about Barbie sometime. But what about when somebody gains weight? It goes both ways. That a woman could be turned off because a man's gained weight, and a man could be turned off for a woman to gain weight. That could be another reason why the sex has dwindled as well. You
But
know,
if you love them to the core, the weight shouldn't matter.
Absolutely. But
Yeah.
sometimes when all that falls off, it could be financial worries, it could be kid worries, it could
Mhm.
be, family worries, all that other kind of stuff. But I think it's you know, some are great cooks. That's why we eat. Okay. Jay says my wife is a good cook. That's why I gained weight. Well, I gained weight just because I love junk food. Thank you very much. Next subject. Okay. Thank you. Good. Oh man, oh man. So what about to spice up? What about role playing? Has anybody ever done role playing?
I think, yeah, a long time ago.
I never did.
In
I
my
never
f
did because
in my feistiness.
feistiness. Oh my God, you're still feisty. Please, really? Would you want to tell me, or is that just private? Because we're not outing anything here. We're not telling
Uh,
anybody numbers or anything like that. Just so everybody
no,
knows,
no.
everything
No,
is
no.
private. Right. Okay.
I
So
mean, you know.
okay. So the next subject is can you be happy without sex? Can
Yeah,
you be okay?
yeah.
Because as women, I have found as women get older, and I am the older one in this group, that some women says, I don't care if I ever have sex again. And I kind of do this one little wistful, like, oh, really? Oh, wow. Because I think sex is great, but I actually miss the intimacy
Mhm.
of waking up to somebody to say hey good morning and stuff like that, and somebody making me a cup of coffee.
Breakfast and the
Yeah.
yeah, because
Well, intimacy.
it's not just the act of sex, it's the
No.
before and the after, and it's
Yeah. Well, sometimes the
yeah.
act of sex, it can be just like this. Just let me know. All right. Oh, jeez. Okay. All right. La, 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 la. I mean, sometimes it's just kind of, okay, okay, really? Okay, come on. And sometimes this is going to sound terrible. Oh, but before I go to that one, Chase,
Yeah.
I have told Plain once. I asked my wife what would happen if your husband found out I was having sex with you, and she responded, "He will kill you." Role playing stopped. Well, there you have it, ladies and gentlemen. Okay, all right. I kind of I can't argue with that one at all. But I have a question also about, we were just talking about sex. Another reason why it could wane is sometimes people on both ends, both sides, both species, sex, whatever you call it, they need a GPS. They need a roadmap.
That reminds me of the episode of Friends. Do you watch Friends?
Yes, yeah,
And Monica was on I guess it was a piece of paper and she was like, and 5 and 7 and 7 and 7 and 7 7 7 7 7 like that.
yes, I remember. I've seen
Sorry
that.
everybody. Sorry
That's
everybody.
okay. We're having a good time tonight. This is supposed to be fun. Deb Killeen, hey Deb, if it's really good sex, Helen, you won't have to look at your watch. The best partner is someone selfless who wants to please you. Well, sister, amen to that. Yes, I agree 100%. Oh, hi, Danny. Have you been listening in? Oh,
Oh, I just came in. I heard was seven, seven, seven. That's all
Oh,
I
you
heard.
heard that?
that was your wife. That was
That's
your
what
wife.
that's
Oh
all
my
I heard.
gosh.
I'm like, what am I in for
Oh
tonight?
no. My face, I know, is turning red. Okay,
Oh
great.
my
Yeah, she was very enthusiastic about that.
god.
Well, enthusiasm is a very important key to good sex, the great sex,
Yeah,
actually.
yeah.
I
You
mean,
definitely need some enthusiasm.
If you
like
watched
Debbie.
Friends back in the day, you would know exactly what I was doing.
There, I know exactly what you were doing.
I wasn't a
Too.
sevens. I was see that I was not a sevens fan. I'm not a Friends fan.
Oh,
That's
I'll bet you're a 10 all the way around, dear. But we wouldn't even go there. So there you go.
yeah.
But
20 minus 10 is 10. 30 minus 20 is 10. One
there
plus
you
9
go.
is 10.
There you
Maybe.
go. Absolutely. Whatever floats your boat. Okay.
I have dogs in the background, people. They're
Oh,
playing, and I'm
so do
sorry.
I. Oh my gosh.
Um, Go ahead,
So,
ask Danny some questions, Helen. I'm going to leave it all up to you.
okay. So earlier on, Lisa mentioned, and you're not going to give anything away, just yes or no. Did you guys do some role playing?
Role playing.
I may have
Yeah.
been Lola.
Oh, Lola. Okay. I had to think about that for a second. So when you think of role playing, I'm like, did I walk in and she was a nurse? Did she
Whatever,
walk in
whatever works.
UPS guy? That's what I went with my head. But when you think of Lola, yeah, okay, she could be. Yeah, there's two different times. There's two types of Lisas. There's Lisa and there's Lola. So yeah.
Well, Lisa, please tell me about Lola
She's
if you
very
want to.
frisky and
If
she's
you want to.
bendy. She's
She's
frisky and
bendy.
bendy.
Okay. Wow.
Lola's retired, though. Lola got a little age on her.
How much you want to bet Lola comes out to play tonight? I'm going to follow up on this one with you guys. All right. So we were we were talking about sometimes the reason why sex wanes is there are worries and things go on and in everyday life that your sex life kind of goes down, just goes down a little bit because life. Hi Beth, life
Hi,
kind
Beth.
of just gets in the
Hi,
way.
Deb.
But sometimes uh, people need a GPS or a roadmap, like I said before. And it's just like, how much do you want to direct the person in a nice way to just go a little bit of left, a little bit of right, up, no, don't move, don't move, don't move. And you just don't want them to go anywhere else. Sometimes it's a little date. Debbie Killeen said make. Deb Killeen said make dates. Yes. So I want to see you two make dates. Dates to go out and don't bring your phones and just relax a little bit. Because Lisa said you guys are always working. Even if you go away, you're still working, which I believe about you, Danny, 100%.
Yeah, I mean, we always find time to play though. I mean, it's we don't, we're not in any means neglecting that part of the relationship whatsoever. I don't think.
Tell me more.
I don't think.
I lived through you guys. Trust me.
Yeah, I don't think we've ever had any kind of, yeah.
No.
However, Lola does come out on Sundays. I do know that.
Oh.
Oh. How many drinks does Lola need?
I'm just joking.
Okay, that's all right.
No,
that's okay.
No. I'm just trying to think. Yeah.
Now,
I'm a total open book right now. You can ask me anything.
Okay. Here's a question for you.
Yep.
You guys have been in love for a long time. You've been married for what, 3-4 years now? How long have you been married?
We've been together almost 8.5 years. Been married for three. Over 3.
Okay, that's what I thought. Okay. Could you love each other madly? You love each other. You're there for each other.
Mm-hmm.
Could you be in a sexless marriage with each other?
A sexless marriage?
Sexless marriage, yeah. Because they exist.
Yeah, I don't know. Probably not. I mean, we've had discussed, like, we go away, especially with the dogs, we get separate beds in the same room.
Yeah. Okay.
Something like that sometimes, because when you're away, you just like to sprawl.
Yeah. Sure.
But I don't. As far as sex, I mean, why?
Well, because some people just might want to be together for companionship, for security, just off the top of my head. But
I guess there's people like that. I think people that have that type of relationship where there's no. I mean, if there's something. I mean, sex relieves a lot of things. It's stress. It makes you feel good. I mean, lets you get release stress. There's so many pros to that. So I couldn't even understand or fathom. Just, I mean, again, I'm not like we have to have. I mean, at this point in life, at 50, I'm like, oh, whatever. It's sure,
yeah. Well, I think it's kind of like gravy on the potatoes. It's just like, ooh, this is so good type of thing. Yeah.
It's like a pair of jeans that you don't ever want to throw away.
Yeah, like a good pair of shoes.
Okay. I'm a pair of jeans you don't want to throw away. That's the sweetest thing.
Religions, baby. You're a true religion. Don't worry about it. You're a true religion.
They're so cute. Okay, Deb says Debbie Killeen Phillips says sometimes illness affects sex. Then what?
You'll live to fight another day.
That's a good question, Deb. I don't know. I don't have. I don't have an answer to that one. Okay.
I would just think. I mean, it's not an everyday thing. I mean, I guess you can go in spurts when you're in a relationship. You can go 3-4 days in a row, and then you take a break for a couple of weeks, and then the next thing you know, it's 5 days in a row, and then you take a break. Sometimes it's once every
5 days in a row.
Yeah. What's that?
You're killing me, guys. 5 days in a row. Holy moly. God. Memories may be beautiful.
Well, 3-4 times in a day. That's.
Well, that's called nymphomania. That's a nymphomaniac. Jeez. Okay.
Beth says, I've learned after 29 years with all the ebbs and flows that lack of practice leads to lack of interest. More practice keeps you in tune and actually makes you want it more often. That's true.
That's true.
Yeah.
How important is foreplay?
It's fun.
I mean, it's definitely juices up the engine. It's definitely the anticipation factor. I mean, when you're in the act of doing that, whether it's giving or taking, it makes the act 10 times better. And it gets to the point where you're just like, never mind.
It was just getting good,
Danny. It's definitely something that
I think it's very important, actually, because you just can't go like from 0 to 60 and you're at 60 and you go, wait,
here's the flip side of that coin. Yeah, here's a flip side of that coin. Naughty quickies are good too.
Yes. Absolutely.
Yeah, it's those are nice too.
Yeah.
But yeah, I mean, it's we don't really plan things. It just we're very spontaneous, and we're just yeah, we don't really like 7:30 meet you there. This is what you got to do. He's details. It's just whatever happens happens, and I don't think it ever ends with frowns. That's for sure.
Yeah. And I think too, again, it's the act of sex is beautiful, but the before leading up, there's sexy things that is
Yeah,
sex too.
yeah,
Even a simple
Absolutely.
text message
yep.
to me is meaningful and intimate,
Or
you know?
relaxing wear.
Say again.
Relaxing wear, like lounge clothes. I love lounge
Mhm.
clothes. I
Yeah.
love baggy jeans. I love you know very comfy clothes.
Oh,
Sweatpants. I'm
okay.
not,
Question.
yeah.
Now, what about sexy lingerie?
Eh, why? It's coming off anyway.
He's
I
not a
love that.
fan.
Yeah, I'm not like ooh. I mean,
Yeah, I
you
don't have to go to Victoria's
put,
Secrets for
put a
any of that
nice
stuff.
put a nice. I rather look at a very nice juicy couture sweat jumpsuit on a girl than
Hmm.
a skirt that comes up to her thighs. I mean, that's just me. I like that. It's just the relaxed, homey kind of relaxation kind of thing. Nice pair of jeans,
Okay.
that fit well. Those are sexy to me. But
Now,
lingerie, I was never like
okay.
ooh, because it doesn't stay on long enough.
Two things. Deb says if you don't use it, you'll lose it. I agree
Mhm.
with that, but
Yeah,
that
if
can
you
be
rest,
rough
you
for those
rust.
of us. I
If
have
you
so
rest, you
many
rust.
things. I got so many things to say to that I cannot say, so I'm therefore going to Beth's
Oh,
statement. Here we go. Okay, Beth, makes a difference for me. Without it, I'm like, let's do this and want it over quickly. It's a move setter. Absolutely.
Mm.
Absolutely. So I agree with that 100%. Now, how many of you, like, let's see in the chat, and you guys, talk dirty to me. Talk dirty.
oh, yeah, we get it.
Talk dirty.
Yeah,
Ah.
yeah,
That's nice.
Oh, look at that.
yeah,
Okay. Okay.
That's
we
nice.
definitely we get a little filthy. Yeah,
Okay. I think that's good. I think that's healthy because I remember I had a friend, I guess, because, we can speak, the three of us, it's like, okay, it's, Beth says, how much do I have to drink? Well, there's that, Beth. But the thing is I had a girlfriend that said to me, teach me how to talk dirty. I said, oh, okay. And I tried as I could to help her. I couldn't sit in the same room with her and say that I was like, I can't do this. You're on your own. Good luck. God bless, God bless, and everything like that.
Yeah.
But I think, hi Nina, how you doing? Um, but how much have I had to drink? I don't think it's that big a deal. I really don't, especially if it gets the juices going and stuff like that. That's all part of the fun. I think. Oh, this was interesting. I saw this somewhere online today that millennials are having a lot less sex, and
I would not.
our age group. And why? I mean, because it is fun and it feels good and it's a release and it's a show of affection. So, what's the
Um,
problem? Why
I,
are they not having sex?
I just think that they're so preoccupied and distracted by so much bullshit in the world. Excuse my French.
Yeah.
That I mean, when I was younger, when I was in my 20s and teens and 20s, it was we grew up on Great American Virgin and St. Elmo's Fire. I mean, the 80s movies and stuff. It was just that was the whole every movie in the 80s was just trying to get the girl, right? Trying to get the girl, the
Hmm.
relationship. It was I just don't I don't know, man. I just don't and I see it. I have an 18-year-old boy. You know what I mean? We have me and Lisa's got kids that are late 20s, I'm sorry, early 20s,
Hmm.
and it's I think it's very different from when I was that age. I mean, me when I was that age, I was, I mean, my teens, I was don't want to say it, but I
You
was,
you
yeah,
enjoyed sex.
yeah, I was, I was a, yeah, yeah, I was not, yeah, yeah, I don't even know how to say it without, I don't want to insult
Okay.
anybody or say anything, but yeah, I
You
mean,
had a good time. You had a good time.
yeah, man, I mean, it was just a thing, it
Hmm.
was,
I
but
I agree with Karen and Beth. Beth says because they don't talk
yeah, too
and
many
too
devices.
many
Yeah,
devices.
the video games. I think, yeah, I think the testosterone levels for the young men are down because they're always sitting on their ass with a controller in their hand, and there should be something else in their hand. Maybe I don't know. I mean, I don't know. It's
Speaking of which, what about toys? Toys.
They're good.
toys are yeah, toys are well, yeah, toys are good. Toys
I
enlighten.
agree on that too. Okay,
You
next
know,
subject.
like
Okay.
high octane. It's like high octane gasoline. So every now and then you put an 87 in your car. You got to throw that turbo octane 108. You know what I mean? You got to stir
Have
it up.
have Here's a
Oh,
question.
yeah,
Have you
yeah.
had sex in very strange places? And is
Now
that
I'm
a turn on?
blind.
Are you asking me that question?
Well, look how high his voice. Are you asking me
Like,
that
like,
question? His voice is so high.
Well, yes, ours was unique.
which time? What are you talking about? Like, you lost.
Which time? God, I need a life. I need a life.
Well, we're asking Helen this question.
Okay.
No,
Now
Any
you
no.
asking me.
we'll start with Helen. We'll
I'm
start with
like,
Helen.
I was just like,
What about no bedroom? Bedroom.
No, like
Bedroom.
strange places just for the fun of it because you know what? It's naughty and you know,
Maybe this is why I'm single. No, bedroom.
I
No,
not
mean,
even in the
bedroom.
kitchen,
Not even in the kitchen.
the
I
car.
cook in the kitchen. No, no, no. Oh my God, my phone is
in the
going off
car.
again. I don't believe it.
We're gonna have to I'm gonna tell you where to have some sex next time you have some sex.
Well, I'm listening. I'm sorry the phone
Ooh,
is
Mile
ringing,
High
but I'm
Club,
not going off camera right now to do that.
airplanes.
Mm,
Huh?
Who did did you guys do the Mile High Club?
No, Karen Smalling
no.
mentioned that the Mile High Club.
Oh.
Karen Smalling, you
Some,
did the Mile
tell
High
you,
Club?
that's probably the only place, only that I've probably not have on an
Round,
airplane.
round, get
I
around. I
would.
get around. Yeah, wow,
I
wow.
would.
Oh,
Yeah, I would.
Yeah.
okay.
Yeah.
Wow. Well, can you guys tell, like, would you be willing to share one of your, like, different spots, or would you prefer to keep it secret? And that's fine, because, like I said, we're
Well,
not giving a lot away.
I
We're
don't
not
have
giving
to. I
anything away.
mean,
If
that's
you're not comfortable with it, don't do it. Please.
no. I mean, are we talking about like in our entire life, or is it just Lisa and me?
Let's keep it with Lisa and you. I don't want to, let's keep it with you
What
guys.
do you want to do?
What do you want to do? I'm
Like,
so jealous.
yeah,
I'm just
please,
gonna,
like,
I'm gonna
what do
like,
you?
I'm gonna hang myself. Oh my
I
God.
mean,
No. Um, I guess the dangerous
oh well,
one.
South Beach, lifeguard station.
No, I'm not thinking of that.
No, okay.
Not thinking of that.
Car,
I'm
Best
gonna,
Buy, Best Buy, car.
No, no, no. I sound bad girl. I'm a bad girl. I
Mm.
don't know now.
I'm just that's just yeah. I mean,
No, but
okay.
sex is fun. It's a release. Everybody should be doing it.
do you guys have any fetishes? Are there any fetishes? Like some people like feet, some people like something like that. Karen writes,
Mm.
remember drive-ins. Okay.
Ooh,
There you go.
Oh,
Karen.
that's probably one.
Okay.
Mm,
Wow. Man, I need a
No,
life.
Jersey Turnpike, mile marker 72.
yeah.
On the side of the road?
Yeah, that's yeah. No, 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 no.
Too late.
Look
You
at
already said
Helen.
it. It's
Lisa's
already
giving me
out
enough.
there.
Like, okay, that's
It's
enough.
already out there. It's
I'm giving
already
that.
out there. You
That's
already
enough.
said it.
That's enough.
You already said
Whew.
it.
Yeah.
Look at that. You guys are gonna have sex tonight. Think of me. Okay. Have fun. Guess what? It's 7:30.
It's that time.
What does that
It's
mean?
that
I
time. What's that?
That's how that's how quick this half hour goes. It's just like boop a boop, like what? We turn around and it's like gone.
Yeah.
That's like a
Yeah.
quickie
Seriously.
that you don't want to have.
Ah.
I go with the
Well,
quickie.
well, do you have anything that you would like to share?
Who, me?
Let's
Yeah,
see.
No,
you.
no. I just came on to say hi, and next thing I know, and I'm spilling beans.
Well, we roped you
No.
in, and thank you. Thank you
No
very much.
problem. No problem.
Yes,
All right,
thank you.
let's see. Let me go over my notes here, okay? How important is
Oh,
chemistry? How important is chemistry? Because
Very.
chemistry can grow. No,
mm,
now you see, chemistry can grow where you. I mean, for me, you go out with somebody like, and then you go out a couple more times and you realize, okay, I could like this person. I do like this person now because I believe after a while you've been together forever, even though you guys have been together 8 years. So I don't see lust fading, especially after what you've shared tonight. Anyway, as I'm saying, but the thing is I think lust fades. And when you started with the scenario in the beginning, Lisa, it's like, how do you get it back?
yeah.
You know? And I think sometimes when you've been married for a long time, you have to work at it. I think Jace said that before. You have to work at it. You really do.
Well,
You
let's
know?
ask Danny the scenario because he missed
What's
it.
that?
Okay.
So it's a scenario. Passionate spark is fading a bit. They decide to try something new to reignite the flame, but are hesitant because they're fear of judgment, what the other is going to think of each other, and I guess being natural.
Now say that one more time now because you froze up. You did one of these.
Uh,
Yeah, say that one more time.
so there's a couple. They
Hmm.
feel their once passionate spark is fading a bit. They decide to try something new to reignite the flame, but are hesitant due to fear of judgment or the unknown.
Where are they? Who are they feared from? Themselves?
Each other.
I don't. No, I don't think so. I think if you feel like things are getting a little stale, that's when I think apart is good. Like
Mm,
go visit family somewhere. One is. I feel
mm,
that when there's distance and there's sometimes when you're with each other, and especially me and Lisa, like we're with each other 24/7. When we're not
Right.
apart anytime. I mean, the only
Hmm.
other part is she's just on the other side of the house right now in her office. I'm on my office. We meet in the kitchen, but we're here every day. We're with each other every day for 8 years, pretty much every single day. We're very rarely are we apart. We go do everything together. So not many people can do that. But in some cases, there's times where I tell them, listen, go see your friends. It's healthy for a relationship. It's very
mm.
healthy to not be together. Most people would just go. I have couples that tell me, dude, I don't know how you do it. You're freaking nuts. And I can't be around my wife that meant that long, that meant that like that. And I'm sure Lisa, has told the same thing.
Yeah.
But we just make it work, and we don't really argue ever. We don't yell and scream. We have a good time. We laugh. I mean, every now and then we have a little spiff, but it's nothing
You
major. But
guys don't. You guys don't fight.
I
No,
mean,
he sometimes leaves the empty soda box, not the soda, the mineral water that he drinks, the empty box in there. And I almost caught him
Danny.
today, and I was like, "Is that box empty?" That's
yeah,
that's the
it's little
extent
stuff,
of
little things like that.
that's the
Okay.
Um,
extent of that.
but I
Okay.
mean, there's times where I say, listen, go
Yeah.
go down to St. Augustine with my sister-in-law, with Christy, or
Mhm.
and go see a concert, or
Yep.
I mean, then I miss her. You know what I mean? I mean, I miss her. A couple hours she's gone. The first day, the next day, I'm like, where's my wife? You know what I mean? So I
Aw.
think that spurs up. And then I remember when she did go back and forth from New York quite a bit. You know, I mean, it would be when she got back. It was. But again, it's. I mean, we just turn it off and on like a switch, not purposely. It just happens. But I think in that circumstance, don't put so much pressure on yourselves. I mean,
I
you
like
got a
that.
whole life, man. I mean, today's today. You still got thousands of days with each other. I mean, don't worry, it'll work itself out. you
Yeah.
that's just my opinion. I mean, it's just gonna work itself out. Yeah.
Jace, the producer.
What would Jay say?
We all hear a
He
stud
says,
now. Tell us more.
I don't even know what to say. I don't know. Got questions? I'm here.
thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you. Now, I have another question for you. Okay, in a relationship, there is monogamy and there's polyamory. Do you guys know what polyamory is?
Yeah, some people on here might not. Might as well explain it a little bit.
Okay, here it is. Couple is a couple, but polyamory, you're a throuple. There's 3 people in a relationship. 3.
Like swingers
3.
and stuff like that.
Nope. They're in a serious monogamous 3 people relationship.
Like Utah kind of things when people have like 4
no,
wives?
because they can have any number of wives. This is like, I think it's polyam. I think it's.
I mean, I think that would be kind of that would be
I'm not sure I have the word right, but there are relationships where there's 3 people.
There's 3 people that are in love with each other. All 3 people are in love with each other.
Is it
yes.
girl, boy, girl? Does it matter? It's just what it is. It's whatever
like
happens.
Girl, boy, girl. I haven't heard of like a gay throuple, but I'm sure there is. But I haven't heard of that.
I don't know. It's kind of weird. Is it like, okay, babe, I'm your Tuesday and the Thursday and an occasional Saturday? I mean, is it like is it like is it a California king and then jumping in the sack? Is it separate bedroom?
Yeah.
Do they live together? Yeah. I don't know.
Isn't that something?
Well, I mean, if I can get somebody else to do the dishes, how cool would that be? That's a win-win-win for all of us.
The best way you get somebody else to do the dishes is don't do the dishes. That's how you get somebody else to do the dishes. They'll get done. They're not going to sit there. So
absolutely. But if you can delegate that 3rd person, how cool would that be? That's like a win-win-win.
Live in Maine and a Thursday. She's my Thursday, and by the way,
or maybe I'm tired on Thursday.
No, I don't.
Lola,
but you're all together. You're in a bona fide relationship.
So I got to do double. I got to do double.
No,
of my friskiness.
This is the thing right here. That when I think about this, I mean.
Yeah.
That would be really awful. If there's an argument and there's 2 against 1, that sucks.
Yeah.
Can you imagine? You're always the minority of it. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And I mean that by 2 against 1, not a minority. So, I don't know, man. That's kind of weird. I mean, I've seen people like swingers and stuff like that. I mean, in my 50 years, I've had friends. That did that thing, but other things, that you learn over time about people. But I never heard of that before. Like that would be kind of rough, man, to have, because if you're the one that's getting ganged up on, that sucks.
There you go.
How do you fix that argument, man?
You don't. But all right, now
that's stressing me out right now. I'm going to refer to the Xanax.
I'm sorry.
Oh,
okay. All right. Here's another question for you. Now, what Lisa just said about that scenario.
Yeah.
Could porn have anything to do with the slowing down of the sexual relations?
What do you mean? Like porn? Does porn spice it up?
No, that somebody's watching porn so much that they're like, not you.
No, I think it's doing the opposite.
Well, here's the thing. There's a couple of ways you can look at that now too. There are people out there that are addicted to porn. Like they don't. Right. They rather sit there and fantasize in front of a computer screen than spend time with their wife. And there's other people that will maybe every now and then watch porn to get the blood flowing, and then and go hang with the wife. And I'm sure the wife's not displeased about that. Okay. And then it all depends. I mean, everybody's got a different personality. If you're addicted to porn, that's never good. No. Yeah, but as far as porn spicing up a relationship, I mean, I know a lot of people that probably do that.
Okay.
Yeah, I mean, it's yeah.
Well, I was just kind of wondering if, if that could be the problem. If somebody's just so into porn, they just want to watch that. They don't want to bother with their, significant other or something like that.
This is the thing too that I think too. This is why young kids don't have sex. I think they're addicted. A lot of the kids are addicted to porn. I think a lot of kids are doing that. Teenage kids, they watch porn all the time. I don't want to go off the topic, but I was just going back to what we were talking about before.
Sure.
That generation. When I was a kid, we didn't have point and click supply. I mean, kids can literally watch porn in a click of a button, and boom, it's right there. I mean, when you go down to when you go down to watching the first, second, and third graders at their bus stops, and there's 3 or 4 of them behind a bush laughing, that's what they're watching. I fought a few of them when my son was that age. But no, let's get out of that question. Sorry, I brought back to what you were talking about with the millennials.
No, that's all right.
No, but porn, it's very easily accessible this day and age. It's everywhere.
Okay. TJ, hi TJ. He says, would only slow down if you were a porn star. You come home from work too tired. Okay.
Yeah, that's I couldn't imagine that. Can you? Some of these guys, I don't know how they do it.
No, I'm just working the questions. Okay. And Jay says, porn is a lot less stressful. Porn doesn't yell at you if you don't do the dishes. All right. Okay. All right. There's one more thing. Erotic literature. Have you guys ever used erotic literature?
No.
I mean, I think there's been time I've read stuff like that stuff, I never looked for it. I just, let me see what this is, one time or another in my life. And it's people's perspectives, like 50 Shades of Grey stuff like that. You know what I mean? Not books and stuff, but inserts. But other than that, no.
I have to tell you, I tried to read that book, and it was, I'm sorry to the author because she made $1 gazillion. I thought it was the lousiest writing I ever saw. I was like, oh my God.
Just gonna watch the movie. That's what I
did. Did I watch the movie? No, I didn't watch the movie. I watched a little bit of it, and then I was like, no. I was running. So, but I probably didn't wait to get to the good stuff. But what about separate bedrooms? How do you feel about separate bedrooms?
Be married with separate bedrooms?
If you're in a relationship, because before you go any further, I want to tell you that I don't sleep well. I throw the covers on, I throw the covers off, I toss and I turn. And I think sometimes it's really hard to be in the same bed with somebody. It's just kind of like, oh, come on. They snore. It's like, move over, that type of thing.
But it doesn't start out that way.
Yeah, I can see how if you're older, like I can see.
What'd you say? Older? What'd you say?
Yeah, if you're all like in your 70s and stuff like that, and having this, I mean, I don't know. That's kind of odd. This is we're talking. This is like Otto and Lucy. You know what I mean? 2 separate bedrooms.
Well, no, back up, because we stayed at a hotel that the room that we had gotten, wherever it was, whenever it was, actually I think it was when we went to the Medicare conference. It was actually a room that had double beds.
Yeah.
We were like, oh, this is new.
We liked it.
And then I was like, this is pretty cool.
Yeah, we liked it. Yeah.
Well, you see, okay. But
separate bedrooms is a little odd, but
it's different.
I would consider. I mean, it's pretty cool because you got your own stuff. You know what I mean? It's 2 separate beds. It wouldn't be bad at all. I would. We've actually discussed this. We've actually discussed this.
Yeah. Well, this is what's called. It's called sleep divorce. Okay, and sleep divorce means, and I've read this, that married couples, they adore each other, they love each other, they get together to do their thing, but then they go off to their separate bedrooms. And 20% of the American population have separate bedrooms. And I've always believed that, I don't know about a separate bedroom, but like Lisa, you have your own office, that's your own little spot, and it's yours. And Danny, you have your office, that's your little spot. And I feel like everybody should have their own separate space. Now, whether it would be separate bedrooms, that's a good question. I don't know. But I think that's really important. How do you guys feel about that? Because the people that talked about it in the article, they said, we're very happy this way. It's all wonderful. And there even was an article that people were married and they had their home and they had their home and they were, married and they said it
Two
worked for them.
homes. Wow.
Yeah. Yeah. It was in New York City, actually. And I thought, wow, look at that. I think that's a little extreme, but it worked for them. But
I think when two
let's
people
see.
come together and they can make an agreement upon what makes them happy and they're both on board, that's okay. I can see how that could be a possibility.
Yeah.
Like me and Lisa, I think. We have our offices. I guess are separate spaces, But the beds, if whether we have the king that we have now or we up the two queens or two, I could never sleep on a double or whatever that is. I think we would have a problem with that. Actually,
I will tell you this.
Too. We also got two dogs and a built a custom-made dog house with a ramp next to our beds too, a bed in our bedroom.
No,
So
God bless you guys.
yeah, so that's
nice.
that's a little added extra there too that people don't know about either.
And a little thing about us before we moved here to this house, Bella, our bulldog, she'll be 3 in November. She was still like puppy, and she was attached to me, like big time.
You froze, Lee.
On the bed. Dags was not a fan of allowing Bella on the bed, and they would go at it, and it would be dangerous.
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
So I, would be sleeping, and you would hear Bella in the other room whining, like, "Mommy."
Yeah, Lisa pretty much slept on the couch for half a year.
Mommy.
Pretty
So
much.
I would go sleep on the couch in the living room, literally, pretty much. I would say 60% of the time for most of the night, because it would be from like a certain time she would just be like a baby, like a little baby crying in the middle of the night for their mommy or daddy. That was Bella. And I would always, and still to this day, when she comes up on the bed now, she's face to face with me. She like spoons me.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah,
wow.
I wake up, open my eyes, and there's Bella.
She's like Dag a lot of ways.
Yeah.
The
So
bloodline.
Linda says if you live with a snorer, it's a lifesaver. And Linda, I'm right there with you because I'm a light sleeper too. But okay, let's see. Jay says my wife and I work opposite shifts. If I could have my own room, I would. She's a light sleeper. Yeah, I'm a light sleeper too. And when I was with my boyfriend, toss and turn, and and I have a queen because I have a small room. So, next step in life is a king. Otherwise, forget it. No, absolutely. But 10 to 8 almost. We did it again. Yeah. Yes.
Great
Danny,
job.
thank you. Yeah.
Thank you
Nothing like a long session.
Yeah, tell me about it. Just let me know.
Everybody needs to go watch that episode of Friends that I was talking about.
Every now and then.
There you go.
All right, now, before we go anywhere, if you have any questions, or if you have any suggestions for a show, it's Lisa&Helen podcast @gmail.com. If you need a producer, we have the best. It's producer Jace, JAYCE, producerjace.com. If you want to get in touch with him, and we can see us on Anchor, Spotify, Apple Podcast, iHeartRadio, Google Podcast, Pocket Cast, and Radio Public. And also, if you want to tell your friends about us, this can be replayed on our Facebook page, Lisa&Helen Talk Relationships. And the next show is going to be about...
I'm sorry.
What are you sorry about?
That's okay, honey. At least you apologize.
I'm sorry. It's the I'm sorry edition.
Okay. The I'm sorry edition is going to be how to say it, whether you mean it, how to fight clean versus dirty. I know you're listening, but are you hearing me? how to
Yeah.
receive an apology, because sometimes that's really hard, especially when you're mad at somebody. And
And do you really accept the apology?
Yeah. Well, here's the thing.
yeah,
Is there a difference between I'm sorry or my apologies? Is
Yeah.
it?
ooh,
One's disingenuous.
Yeah. Well, I don't want to say it's disingenuous. One does
I'm
not
Well,
writing that
necessarily
down.
mean that they're really sorry. They're offering their apologies. So, anyway,
well, if somebody says to you, "I want to apologize to you. I was wrong." That is
that's different.
sincere. That's okay.
Yeah, it's different.
Yeah.
Yeah. So,
So that's going to
yeah.
be our next show. I think hopefully Danny will chime in again because I love when he comes on. It's
Thank you.
awesome. Thanks, Danny. Thank you very
Thank
Thank
much.
you.
I
Thank you.
appreciate
And
Thank you.
that'll be August 28th, same place, same bat station. And Joanne, thank you. Great show. We like to have a good time, and that's the important thing.
Yeah.
And that's about it. That's all we got.
Thank you,
All right.
everybody.
See ya.
Thank you. Thank
Bye,
you. Thank you.
everybody. See you soon.
Bye.